Good evening, and I would like to call this meeting of the Southbridge School Committee to order at 7:03 on Tuesday, May 17th. I will go ahead and take roll call. Miss Erin DeMello.
Present.
Miss Kathy LaPriori.
Present.
Mr. Tim Messier.
Present.
Mr. Wally McKenzie.
Present.
Mr. Murch is present. Miss Martina Shea. Present. And Mr. Tomo is excused. We'll go ahead and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I will go ahead and move on to agenda item number 3, public input. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak to the school committee to anything not on the agenda this evening? Seeing none, I will go ahead and move to agenda item number 4, Southbridge Public School announcements, the April newsletter. So the April newsletter was put out to the parents, but for the public, I will go ahead and review it with everybody in regards to its contents. Give me just one moment here. I have it saved on my phone. So Dr. Riley did visit our schools on April 28th. His leadership team spent about 45 minutes in each school and was very pleased with the climate, culture, and instruction that was taking place inside of our schools. The staff and students of all schools were very welcoming and demonstrated a great deal of pioneer pride. After the visit, Dr. Villar commented, quote, "I am very proud to see the incredible positive impression that our school made upon the commissioner. There is no doubt that we have made tremendous progress over the past 4 years, despite the pandemic. I would like to thank our strong school leaders and dedicated teachers for doing a fabulous job." And I think that the school committee can agree with that. Our student spotlight for April was for Jose Aviles, is a senior at Southbridge High School. He is respectful and caring of those around him and contributes a positive vibe to the Southbridge High School community. According to Ms. Landine, quote, "It has been an awesome journey to watch Jose grow into an amazing young person over his 4 years of high school. To have Jose as a student sophomore and senior year, I've had the fortune to see him flourish as a skilled writer and thinker. I am so proud of the wonderful adult he has become and can't wait to see the good he will do in this world." To quote our favorite writer, Richard Blanco, "Good art and good life answers questions. Great art and great life asks questions." Jose has worked so hard to become great at the art of being a standout scholar, and a great life awaits. Jose is committed to attending The Ohio State University to pursue zoology with the intent of being a future environmentalist. Jose has received the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship based off of his incredible intelligence. Jose has also been accepted into the University of Vermont and the University of Hawaii. Quote, "Senior year went by in a flash, and I am excited to experience new endeavors and meet new people," end quote, Jose shares. "Southbridge High School has led me to have an open mindset on my future." The advanced teachers were announced. They are Miss Lombardi, Miss Coda, Miss Folgatini, Miss MacGyver, Mr. Buccini, and those will be our advanced teachers moving into the 2022 to 2023 school year. I wish them nothing but the best and congratulate them on their future endeavor. Want to remind everybody that kindergarten registration is open on or before August 31st. You can call the Family Welcome Center at 508-764-5414 or visit the school's website. It's very simple. You can fill out the registration packet. You can find it on the website, or you can go to 25 Colab and get a paper copy. The screening form is also available with the packet or at southbridgepublic.org. And kindergarten orientation will take place in August. Look at the website for future details. And that concludes the announcements that our district had. We will go ahead and move on to the next agenda item, which is chairperson's announcements. I want to congratulate the balloteers for making the ballot for all offices on our town ballot and for the elections that will be held on Tuesday, June 14th. I would encourage everyone that is registered to vote in town to go ahead and come out on Tuesday to vote. Also, if you are not registered to vote, you can visit Town Hall during normal business hours and ensure your registration and your opportunity to participate in our democracy. Most people think politics is national. It's not. It starts at the local level, and it starts in about a month. So if you would like to participate, go ahead and register to vote if you aren't. And June 14th, Tuesday, we will have our local elections, which 4 seats are up for re-election this year. So I'm looking forward to see the results and seeing everybody seated today to go ahead and be seated in July. I will move on to agenda item number 5. That is going to be members forum. I can't remember where I started, so I'm going to go this way. And Mr. McKenzie, do you have anything that you would like to speak on?
Well, the only thing that's on my mind is that I really believe that we as a committee need to benefit from the experience of Dr. Villar and his input as we are going to be eventually, and hopefully very soon, not in receivership. So I think we need to be prepared. I think we have a good school committee here. I think we have an excellent school committee. And I think that with his leadership and guidance, I think we can even do better. So that's really all I have, and I hope that he will work closely with us on that particular item. That's it for me.
Thank you, Mr. McKenzie. Mr. Mello?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention 2 things pretty quick. One is that it's occurred to me in the past to wonder whether the school newsletters are available to the public. I know they go out to the parents as an email or something like that, but I was wondering whether it would be helpful for us as a school committee to make those available on the Focused on Southbridge webpage or Facebook page or something like that, if it's not already available to everyone else. The other thing that I was going to say, just kind of in the spirit of making sure our whole community is as involved as possible in the school, because I think that's one of the big things that our school could use is more support, more awareness, more involvement on the part of the whole community. One thought that I've had, and I know this kind of needs to be addressed maybe with Dr. Villar or in a different scenario, so I'm just kind of throwing it out there without expecting any decision or anything like that at the moment, but would be for our curriculum, whatever's used here in our schools, all of it, like textbooks, video resources, any of that, to be available to people so that if someone said, I wonder what they're teaching in 4th grade history these days, they could actually either go look at digital copies on the school website or maybe even go reference hard copies at the Jacob Edwards Library or something and be able to flip through and say, oh, okay, that's interesting. Good to know what's happening. And just feel a little bit more connected and a little bit more aware, especially if they don't have kids themselves in the school system. A lot of the older people in our town and things like that, I think, feel like they have really no clue what's going on in the schools. So that's just my thought.
For the record, school's website always publishes a newsletter.
Okay.
As antiquated as it may be in the 21st century, they are also available on Facebook. Southbridge Public Schools does publish the newsletters every month reliably. I get them on my personal email, my school committee email, but they are open and available, whether or not, and I do agree, whether or not they are open for a paper publication that is open and available to any member of the public, I'm not 100%, but it's definitely something worth looking into. So I do appreciate you bringing that up. I will move over to Vice Chairman Jay.
Good evening. It is good that we are here tonight. Hopefully, everybody will be back with us in July. There seems to be no reason why there should be. This June, the best part of the school year is happening. It will be graduation. Graduation will be held outside at the McMahon Field this year. It's going to be on June 3rd at 5:30. Since graduation is outside, no tickets are needed. We ask that all members of the family sit together. Doors will be open at 4:30 and graduation will start promptly at 5:30. In the event of rain, graduation will be June 4th at 5:30. If we need to move graduation to Sunday, June 5th, start time will be at 11 a.m. All the families always show up. It's very good, but it would be good if part of the community could show up too. It is a very important day in young people's lives. I think we all remember our graduation, and we wish all of our graduates success in their lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shea. We'll move over to Ms. Lapriori.
I also look forward to when we were through with the receivership, and I want to thank the students and parents who have stuck with our schools and town. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Messier.
I just wanted to say that I'm happy to be here. Having a school committee meeting, and even though there's not many people here and it's just us, it's good to be here. I'm looking forward to the graduation coming up. Unfortunately, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to talk with Dr. Villar since our last school committee meeting, and I've had every intention to do so, and it's just been one of those things that just has eluded me up until this point. So I'm looking forward to making sure that happens soon.
If I may, with the committee's permission, under your forum, one note, bringing up a previous point from a speaker at a past meeting, giving the public the opportunity to have an input into the way that the schools conduct business and be able to speak to the school committee. I don't know if the cameras for our town can show, but this town hall right now is empty and dark. And I have had, as the chairman, vice chairman, and as a member, I've received a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls about having input. And though it is great to receive those things outside of when we conduct business as a committee as a whole, you can see that we have no one in attendance. And what bothers me as a parent, and I've been involved before I was on the school committee. I was showing up to meetings. I spoke my piece. I'd spoken at town council meetings. But, you know, my purpose alluded to a point that another member brought up, is to give the public the opportunity to speak. And this meeting was posted for a good 6 days, and no one is here. And no one has been here for the most part of the last 3 years that I have served. And our education, both our education system as a taxpayer and as parents, is vital to our town's function and our town's future. I'm going to openly admit, and I'm going to speak a little coarsely, no one showing up to these meetings and no one having an input or a say really does not give the school committee the authority to be able to take over. When no one wants to say anything regarding the school systems or anything like that to us, whether or not we have any authority, it does not lead us to have any actual power. And it does not show the state, Desi, who's currently kind of overseeing our district at this point, does not show that we're trusted by the community. And those are hard words to hear, and it's a hard truth to see, but whether or not we like it, it is a reality. And I would love to continue to hold meetings for the general public to be able to participate, but in 3 years, like I spoke a couple times ago, we had one speaker in 3 years. And I hear a lot of complaints about receivership. I hear a lot of complaints about how we want the town wants to take back over. but there is no public participation to show that the public wants to try to convey those messages to the committee, to the receiver, and to the state. So I would encourage our next meeting will be, give me just a moment here, because unfortunately I'm stuck in the 21st century and can't memorize a calendar. Our next meeting will be July 12th, where we will reorganize and have another meeting where we do look forward to seeing Dr. Villar's presence. And to the community, I would encourage you to attend. If we would like to take this district back, and you truly believe that you have faith in the 7 people that serve currently, in the way that we can operate and actually be able to run this district, we need to show through a visual representation as well as public comments at town council meetings and everything like that, that you trust us. By having no one arrive to these meetings, it does not show that the community has our trust. We are here out of passion. We are here out of love. And we are here out of we are here out of natural desire to ensure that our school district is moving forward and that our students are getting the proper education that they need. But when no one arrives, it shows that we do not have support. And I do appreciate the parents that cannot arrive to these meetings because they are in work schedule. I used to work overnight, 6 to midnight. I used to be there. So I understand when parents can't arrive. But there are parents that can. There are community members that can show support. There are taxpayers that can show up and show support to our committee. But when we arrive on Tuesdays, once a month, and no one is here, it is really hard to sit up here. And through my 3 years, I've seen 6 different members come and go. And I appreciate every single one of you that is sitting up here as a parent, as a dad. Every one of you that is sitting up here is dedicated to my son's education, and that means a lot. It really does, because this is a position of choice, not a position of need for every one of you that sits up here, and it means a lot. So I would look forward to the July 12th meeting not having an empty room, because it's disappointing as a dad, as a taxpayer, and as the chair of the school committee to not see the community support us. And I hope that changes after the election. And I appreciate the committee letting me speak. The next meeting would be July 12th, where we will have our reorganizational meeting prior to our regularly scheduled school committee meeting, and then we will have the meeting thereafter. It is time for adjournment. Can I call for a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All right, all of those in favor? Any opposed? It is unanimous of all present. This meeting is adjourned.